Is she able to pay a $10.4 million judgment?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Nothing could mean more to me as an advocate, as an activist, an actor, or a woman.
Elaine Bredehoft, Amber Heard's lead attorney, reportedly broke down in tears as the final day of her client's high-profile trial came to a close, according to a bystander. The high-profile court battle pitting Amber and her ex-husband has left the 36-year-old actress hurting for cash, according to sources, including one who has also placed the blame on the actress's past lavish spending on travel, clothes, gifts, and wine. Multiple sources said the Aquaman star had to switch legal representation and is relying on her homeowner's insurance policy to cover the cost of her attorneys in the case. And that's probably the reason she didn't have the luxury of hiring the best lawyers in the game. So, did Amber hire unqualified lawyers? Let's find out more. According to a source familiar with Amber Heard's legal strategy, lawyer Elaine Bredehoft was too confident from the word go. From the beginning, Elaine was very confident. They thought Depp's burn email was enough to prove the case. They were too confident, and they screwed up. Their team was outdumped, the source said. Following the verdict in the two cases involving Johnny Depp, Amber Heard issued a statement saying, "The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand out to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. And her loss may confidently be narrowed down to either lack of preparedness or overconfidence from her legal team." Following 6 weeks of testimony from the stars themselves and a packed roster of witnesses, lawyers for both sides hammered home their arguments for why the jury should rule in favor of their respective clients on the final day of the trial. Several hours after the jury began their first day of deliberation, a man using the Twitter handle @JamesFromCourt, who has been in and around the court during the proceedings, took to Twitter to reveal that he saw Elaine in tears. Following Depp's win, Elaine revealed in an exclusive interview that she believed Johnny Depp's legal team worked to demonize Amber and was able to suppress an enormous amount of evidence in the defamation trial won by the Pirates of the Caribbean star. That's because she was demonized here, Elaine told Savannah Guthrie about the verdict. "A number of things were allowed in this court that should not have been allowed, and it caused the jury to be confused. But experts believe that the lawyer was too confident, considering the fact that Amber had already won in the UK. She thought the same would happen in the US. Another mistake Amber's legal team that made them lose the case was inviting fake experts to give their testimonies on the star's behalf. The doctors, friends, and even her own sister could not account for every word they told the jury and were eventually badly exposed to Depp's lawyers by cross-examination. Many legal experts doubted that Depp would win the case. The actor had lost a similar libel suit in the UK against the tabloid The Sun in 2020. In that case, a British judge wrote that he found The Sun's statement that Depp was a wife-beater to be substantially true, and that Depp had assaulted Amber on at least 12 occasions. But the outcome of that case was decided by a judge, not a jury, nor was the trial televised, as the US one was. And that's where Elaine got it all wrong. She was not smart enough to see the unfortunate series of events coming her way. Legal experts are now divided on what Amber's team will or should do if they plan to appeal the case. The jury seemed to find Depp's story more credible than Amber's, and experts agree that appellate courts tend to be reluctant to reassess credibility judgments made by juries, even if this jury's conclusion seemed contradictory. Whatever Amber's team decides, an appeals court won't hand down a ruling anytime soon. Before the appeals process even begins, experts say it's likely that Amber or her insurance company will have to put up some sort of bond that shows she has or can raise the money that she owes Depp. Given that the actress and her lawyers have said that this trial has been a financial burden for her, Amber's ability to post the bond is not guaranteed. Depp won his bombshell defamation case against his ex-partner because the jury ultimately didn't believe she was telling the truth, especially under cross-examination. According to legal experts, the case was going to rise and fall on her credibility more than any nuanced legal question, and she just did not make it through the trial with her credibility intact. Jurors likely thought the 36-year-old actress was lying about the abuse she claimed to have suffered at the hands of the 58-year-old ex-husband. Her lawyers failed to do their job. The jury found her to be inauthentic, overacting, or not deserving of empathy. There's no question Amber's legal team was overshadowed by Depp's team of lawyers, led by the magnificent Camille Vasquez, who became a social media celebrity in her own right through the trial, reflecting just how much the legal process had been turned into entertainment fodder for celeb watchers. That, however, cannot be said of Elaine. Days after the ruling, Depp extended his celebrations by posting the first video on TikTok with an emotional message for fans. But soon after his post, Amber released a statement slamming her ex-husband's claims. In his first ever TikTok post, which he also shared on Instagram on Tuesday, June 7th, Depp thanked his fans for their support alongside a montage of clips of himself. "To all of my most treasured, loyal, and unwavering supporters," the Hollywood actor wrote in his caption. He added, "We've been everywhere together. We've seen everything together. We have walked the same road together. You are, as always, my employers, and once again, I am whittled down to no way to say thank you other than just by saying thank you. So, thank you. My love and respect, JD." Within hours, millions of people liked Depp's post. However, hours later, Amber lashed out at the verdict and Depp's claims that he is moving forward. As Johnny Depp says he's moving forward, women's rights are moving backward, the actress said via a spokesperson. She added, "The verdict's message to victims of domestic violence is to be afraid to stand up and speak out." Is the drama ever going to stop? Are we just getting started? Let's wait and see. In our upcoming videos, we'll be bringing you more news hitting these two stars, so be sure to subscribe so that you don't get to miss any of them.